So have you ever stopped and wondered what the most powerful, most valuable companies in the world all have in common? It's not just that they're big tech companies, it's something much deeper. It's a single revolutionary business model that has completely rewritten the rulebook. It's called the platform, and we are about to break down exactly how it took over the world. All right, let's dive in and take a look at the blueprint behind today's business royalty. And to really get it, we need to start with one simple but, incredibly important question. I mean, really think about that for a second. This is not a coincidence. It's not some random chance. There's a fundamental reason why this handful of companies has achieved such unbelievable dominance, and it's all about how they are built from the ground up. And the proof is right here on the screen. The 5 most valuable companies on the planet, they're not just selling you stuff. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, every single one of them has mastered a totally different game by building these massive platform ecosystems. So what's the secret? And there it is. That's the secret sauce. The real game isn't about outcompeting everyone in a market anymore. It's about creating and owning the entire market. These companies aren't just players in the game, they're the conductors, setting the rules and making it possible for everyone else to play. To really wrap our heads around this, we need to see how this new model stacks up against the way business has been done for, well, centuries. Let's break down the platform versus the traditional pipeline. Okay, so at its very core, a platform is just a connector. Think of it like a bridge. It's the infrastructure that lets 2 or more groups, like, say, drivers and riders, or app developers and phone users, find each other and create value together. The platform itself doesn't make the product, it just makes the connection happen. And this table just lays out the difference perfectly. A traditional pipeline business is a straight line. A company makes a thing, pushes it down the line, and sells it. Value flows in one direction. But a platform, it's totally multi-directional. The users, the developers, the whole ecosystem, they are the ones creating the value. And that allows it to scale exponentially in a way a pipeline just can't. Here's probably the simplest way to put it. A pipeline company is the star of its own show, doing all the work. A platform company, it builds the stage, sets up the lights and the sound system, and then lets millions of other stars create the show for them. But how does just enabling everyone lead to such total dominance? Well, it's because it unleashes the true secret weapon of this whole model, something we call network effects. This right here, this is the magic engine. It's a really simple idea, but its consequences are absolutely massive. Every single new person that joins the platform doesn't just get value, they make the entire platform more valuable for everyone else already there. And this works in a few different ways. You've got the direct effect. Think WhatsApp. The more of your friends on it, the more useful it is for you. Simple. Then there's the indirect effect, like Uber. More drivers means shorter wait times, which attracts more riders, which, you guessed it, attracts even more drivers. And then you have data network effects, where a company like Netflix uses viewing data from millions of people to give you a scarily good recommendation. This whole self-reinforcing loop creates what people in the business call a flywheel. It might start slow, but as it picks up speed, it becomes this unstoppable force that just naturally leads to market dominance. Okay, so that's the theory, but let's look at how the real masters of the game put all of this into practice to build their empires. Amazon is the perfect case study here. It started as a classic pipeline, right? Just selling books. But then it opened up its digital shelves to other sellers, creating a marketplace platform. Then it turned its internal tools, its logistics and its servers, into platforms for others with Fulfilled by Amazon and AWS. Amazon didn't just build a store, it built the entire infrastructure for modern e-commerce. Apple, on the other hand, is the absolute master of the ecosystem lock-in. It all starts with a beautiful device. Then they build an incredible developer ecosystem with the App Store. Then they layer on services like iCloud and Apple Pay that just work seamlessly together. The more you use, the harder it becomes to even think about leaving. That convenience, that high switching cost, that's Apple's real genius. And what about companies like Airbnb or Uber? They are the poster children for the asset-light model. A traditional hotel chain has to spend billions to build new properties. Airbnb can scale globally by just creating a platform of trust that unlocks stuff people already own, their spare rooms. They can grow exponentially without buying a single building. It's incredible. Now, this isn't just about big tech or the companies we all know today. This model is literally the blueprint for the future, and it's coming for pretty much every industry you can think of.
And the potential is just staggering. I mean, imagine an AI diagnostic platform connecting doctors with patient data from all over the world, or an education marketplace that connects you directly with the exact skills you need. From finance to farming, the opportunities to connect people in new ways are absolutely everywhere.
At the end of the day, this points to a fundamental shift in what it even means to be a business leader. The focus is moving away from just operating a company to orchestrating a huge, value-creating ecosystem around it. So, when you think about this whole revolution, just remember these core principles. It's all about building platforms that empower others to create value. It's about harnessing the insane growth engine of network effects, which compound way faster than just throwing money at a problem. It's about understanding that ecosystems are the new economy. And it's about shifting your mindset from being an operator to becoming an orchestrator. Because ultimately, this isn't just about a new company coming along and shaking things up. It's much bigger than that. It is a fundamental rewriting of the rules of how value is created, how it's exchanged, and how it's captured in our world. And that's a revolution that's really only just getting started.